Howdy, howdy, everyone. This is Konstantin. Welcome to Sunday night stream. This is the very heart of Russia, the south of Russia. Thank you for joining me today. I have a discussion. Well, not really a discussion, my message. I have questions today. Many questions I would like to deliver to Vladimir Putin or to Russian leadership, top leaderships perhaps. Mods, could you please give me 5x5 so I know everything is all right? Looks like everything's fine. Thank you so much. Well, without further ado, let's get right into it. My friends, I am a simple man. I am not a government official. I have not ever been to an employee of a Russian government. I have been always an honest and law-abiding citizen of Russian Federation. I've paid taxes. I'm a taxpayer in good standings, and I'm a voter. I'm a father of a few children, 5 to be exact. I'm married to a Russian citizen, a wonderful lady. I've been employed at a construction company for many years, and I have been doing pretty good job. Now, last 4 months have brought me a great turmoil inside of my life, and I see that turmoil is happening all around me. This has been 4 months since Russia started attacking Ukraine, bombing Ukraine, and this action was called Special Military Operation in Russia. Sometimes we call it SMO, and to call it some other words is a criminal offense. According to a new Russian law, it's punished by quite a few years in prison. So therefore, we call this thing Special Military Operation. I call it the event. Now, I have very many questions about this event. They are questions about the military operation itself, the special military operation, and questions about economy and Russia future. And I would like to voice these questions. Now, why do I have them? Because they are born out of analyzing this situation and using common sense. I watch Russian media, and sometimes I get different things from the media, okay? Every time that happens, very important things, but they're just completely different. Every time that happens, a question arises. Now, I would like to present you a few questions about what has been happening. A few questions I have towards the President of Russian Federation and Russian top officials. Question number 1. Why are we kept in the dark? There is very little current information coming out of different sources. Well, there's much of information in general, but this information is very generally like patriotic. Oh, Russia is fighting for righteousness. Russia is the right country. We are on the right track. We will prevail. We will survive. Oh, this company is leaving. That's no big deal. We'll come up with something new. This kind of information, there's plenty of it. But I'm talking about the information that gives us the understanding of the situation, what is happening. Why our president does not speak to us on a daily basis. I mean, I don't mean through like press secretary or anyone like that. I'm talking about why doesn't our president use means of communication, electronic means, messengers, social networks. There are Russian social networks. There are Russian messengers. I'm sure they can find a way. I mean, for example, Telegram. Most Russian government officials use Telegram. They have personal accounts. They have business accounts, for their agencies and stuff like that. Well, I would like to get a Telegram, direct messages from our president, preferably daily. Why are we being kept in the dark? Why doesn't he speak to us often enough? Second question is, that's a very painful question. Why we're not told how many soldiers have died in Ukraine, Russian soldiers? Now, we were told twice. We were told 1 week into this SMO, and we were told on March 27th, I believe, 27th or 29th. That was a long time ago, okay? And the numbers of killed soldiers, they were pretty horrific. The latest I remember was over 3,000 people in about a month. Over 3,000 people. All right. But since then, we have not been told once by the officials from Russian Ministry of Defense. At least it hasn't been made a widespread knowledge. If someone told somewhere and just few people know about that, that's not kind of information I would like to get. I would like to get it on the national news every day, preferably. Because it comes down to, one thing. How many soldiers, Russian soldiers, die in Ukraine every day? They owe us this knowledge. And I hope that the government, that the army has information, and army has very updated and current information. Because if it doesn't, something needs to be changed inside of the army. And if they do, then they need to tell us. Question number 3 is how much this event, this special military operation, is costing us. How much money do we spend every day for this special military operation? So far, one Russian official has told us that, in about 3 months, it cost Russia lots of money. That's it. They must know. They must count every single ruble. They must do the math. They must keep track of costs and expenditures. I'm sure they do. And if they don't, that's incompetence. Then whoever is in charge needs to resign immediately, and new people who are competent, know how to count, they need to assume their positions. Okay? How much is special military operation costing us? We must know. We demand the answer. The fourth question is, what's up with NATO expansion? Now, we were told by Vladimir Putin himself on the 24th of February that the goal of the SMO is to denazify and demilitarize Ukraine. In the following days, many more news started appearing. They were kind of unofficial news, unofficial opinions of many, many people in the press, in the news, on the channels, on the TV, that Russia is not really fighting Ukraine, but it's fighting the West, collective West, and it's fighting NATO expansion towards Russia. Okay, I take it. There's some logic behind it. I'm not saying I agree with this logic, but I understand that some people are making, statements. Then, all of a sudden, couple months into this operation, Finland and Sweden, 2 countries that neighbor Russia, who have had really good relationship with Russia, who have been really good neighbors, friends of Russia. We have ties, economic ties, cultural ties, educational ties with both Finland and Sweden. They get afraid that the Russian army will invade both Finland and Sweden, and they decide to join NATO. Now, my friends, they're not part of NATO yet, but they have started the process, and it is my understanding that the process is moving forward. So the chances are they will be part of NATO fairly soon. I don't understand one thing. Oh, and then Vladimir Putin was talking to the president of Finland, and after he was answering questions, and he said, Finland is not a threat to us. But wait a second. Finland is to become a part of NATO, and yet it's not going to be a threat to us. I want to understand the logic. If Ukraine, it was also not a part of NATO, but Russia was afraid that the NATO would expand and swallow Ukraine, and Ukraine would become a NATO, that would be a threat. But Finland, and by the way, that's only a 2-hour drive from Helsinki, from the Finnish border to St. Petersburg, okay? That's pretty mighty close. And yet, somehow Finland is not a threat to us. What about starting this military operation? We wanted to push countries of NATO outwards, but instead we are about to gain over 1,000 kilometers of new border with NATO countries. My question is, what's up with that? Can you please tell us in details what is the story? Perhaps there's a plan, and if there's not a plan, then what mistakes were made and what can be done to fix those mistakes. But don't keep us in the dark. Tell us what's up with the NATO. Question number 5 is, we all know that the battle for Mariupol is over. Azov battalion, lots of members were killed, lots of members were captured, and they were moved to Donetsk, to Russia. I don't really follow that. I don't know where. So Mariupol is Nazi-free. That's what we are told, and I believe that. Now, does it mean that Ukraine is denazified? One of the goals of SMO was to denazify Ukraine. With all the Nazis are gone, the goal is reached. Is this over? No Nazis in Ukraine anymore? Well, you gotta tell us, because we don't like to be kept in the dark. Please tell us, are there any more Nazis in Ukraine? Or no? And we can just leave Ukraine and go back. Because I think we've demilitarized it pretty well. You know, we've destroyed so many facilities. You know, Russian Ministry of Defense tells us every day that we have blow up so many airports, warehouses, and places like that. So what's up with that? Have we demilitarized Ukraine? Have we denazified it? Is it over? Question number 6 is, how long will special military operation continue? No one has told us remotely anything about the end of this thing. If Ukraine is denazified and demilitarized, perhaps it's over. Please tell us for how long it'll continue. I only heard one Russian top official saying something like, we're not in a hurry. What? We're not in a hurry. Well, this military operation is costing us lives, Russian lives, Ukrainian lives, and lots of money. I think we should be in a hurry. So, how long will SMO continue? Question number 7 is, well, quite interesting one. What will happen to Ukraine? Now, this is confusing. I am more confused than out of this topic. I'm confused more than out of any other topics, okay? What will happen to Ukraine? Vladimir Putin, on his speech addressing the nation, addressing me personally, because I'm a Russian taxpayer and I'm a Russian voter, right? He was addressing all of us on the 24th, right at the start of this event. And he said, I quote, "Occupation of Ukraine is not the goal of Russia." Occupation of Ukraine is not the goal of Russia. It's out there. We all heard it. We all saw that. It's still in the news. You can go ahead and Google it. Now, Russian troops, Russian army, so far have occupied a good part of Ukraine. Southeastern Ukraine, the piece of Ukraine, that the landmass that runs along the Black Sea. Oh, I'm sorry, the Sea of Azov. Not the Black Sea, the Sea of Azov. Okay. That's Mariupol region, province. That's Kherson region, province. Melitopol, town of Melitopol. So if you look at the map, the southeast of Ukraine is currently under control of Russian army. Now, they are called military administrative management administration, military management administration, and they consist of the locals, the Ukrainians, okay, who live locally there. It's the people who have been assembled into teams to run the provinces while Russian army is still occupied those places. Now, some of them, the ones in Kherson and the ones in Mariupol, they have publicly come out and said that they want to propose those provinces to join Russia, to become part of Russia. And they're going to address Vladimir Putin directly. It's been in the news. It's official information that coming from Russian official news. Russian government has not responded in any way, okay, but those administrations in Ukraine, they are voicing this possible potential plans. Now, Vladimir Putin saying that occupation of Ukraine is not the goal of Russia, and those people contradicting him, saying they want to join Russia, and so therefore they will be Russian controlled, right? This is a question I'd like to get an answer. This is a direct contradiction. Now, it gets better. Dmitry Medvedev, on 17th of June, publicly said that Ukraine might not exist in 2 years as a country. And Dmitry Medvedev, former president of Russian Federation, he's a very top Russian official. He is one of the people who is responsible for the security of Russian Federation. He says that Ukraine might not exist in 2 years as a country. Well, how it's going to exist then? I don't understand. Will it just dissolve in different countries? Will it be a part of Russia or part of Poland or part of the West? What does he mean? His saying kind of contradicts what Vladimir Putin said on the 24th February, right? He said Russia, again, occupation of Ukraine is not the goal of Russia. Yet, there are different signals that Ukraine might not exist. And there are signals from those provinces that are occupied by Russian army currently that they want to join Russia. So, please clarify what the heck is going on. We really, really need to know. It's not even like the interest. We need to know what's going to happen to our country. Is it going to stay in the borders as Russia before 2022, or new territories will be added? Please tell us. Has anyone asked us, the voters that we want perhaps, or don't want the new territories to be added? Are we going to be asked in case someone wants to join Russia? Will be a referendum in Russia about, this territories joining Russia? These are the questions I'd like to know. The answers to these questions I'd like to know. Now, these questions have been about military operation, special military operation that taking place in Ukraine. And I have one huge question about economy of Russia. Because I was taught in college that it's all about the economy. Right? It's the economy. That's the very basic. It's about the money that we have, and then we can do anything else before we can't do anything before building a strong economy. Now, our economy is in big, big trouble, and this is not a secret, and this is not just my saying. Top Russian government officials have said that. They have voiced many, many concerns. But again, different officials, it seems like different officials have different agendas. At least it can be said by the statements that they make publicly. For example, you know that lots of companies have left Russia. Many, many companies that employed hundreds of thousands of Russians. One of the companies was IKEA, okay? Huge blow to Russian economy. All the taxes it generated, unreal. All the people it employed, tens of thousands of people. That infrastructure, trading infrastructure, and manufacturing plants it had in Russia, unreal. So IKEA made a decision to leave and announced it publicly. Then, exactly at the same day, on the 15th of June, Denis Manturov, who is the Minister of Industries and Trade, said, I quote, "Жалко у пчелки." Well, he was asked what he thinks, if he's feeling sad about IKEA leaving, and he answered this question in a humorous way. Okay, I take it. Humorous way means that there's little concern. Hey, it's not a big deal. Жалко у пчелки, right? Okay. At the same time, Elvira Nabiulina, the head of a Russian central bank, the person who I respect, she's a professional, she knows what she's doing, really. She has voiced numerous concerns about the state of upcoming Russian economic changes. She spoke in front of the Russian Senate, Государственная Дума, saying, hey, we're going to have economic troubles. They're coming in the middle of summer. Then she recently said, about 3 days ago, I quote, external conditions have changed. So for a long time, if not forever. Now, she realizes that external economic conditions for Russia have changed and they're very harsh. Forever. If not forever, for a very long time at least, okay? German Gref, who's the head of Sberbank, Russia's largest bank, oldest bank, recently said, again, a couple days ago, he said, I quote, if we don't do anything, Russian economy will bounce back to the level of 2021 in no shorter than 10 years. No shorter than 10 years. Whew. This guy is very smart. He knows what he's doing, and he definitely knows what he's saying. Now, if we look at the economy from far away, okay, so we get the entire whole look of the country. Russia has lost most valuable, most reliable, most important customers and sources of its revenue for Russian budget, European countries, because they have been buying Russia's gas, natural gas, and Russia's oil, the biggest buyers, biggest customers. And guess what? They're not going to buy that anymore. there are sanctions that forbid European countries to buy Russian oil by the end of the year. And there are actions being taken by European countries to cut dependence on Russian gas. Listen, this is just bad. All I gotta say is bad, okay? Yet we have some high-ranked officials joking about it, about possible unemployment that IKEA living brings, about possible, well, definitely real loss of trade balance for the country, loss of taxes. Yet we have some officials that are voicing concerns about that. So I am confused. I want to know who is in charge of the economy and if there is a plan how to deal with this situation. Who's in charge and what is the plan? It might be that there is no one in charge and there is no plan. I understand that is possible. But then something needs to be done about that. Person or people or agencies who are responsible for putting someone in charge and for creating a plan, they need to be rehauled. Someone needs either resign or be fired. And new people who know who to put in charge and how to make a plan, they need to be brought in, okay? But at this point, I don't know whether there is a plan or there is not a plan. I don't know if there's anyone in charge or there's no one in charge. I don't understand. There's a huge confusion. And this is certainly that needs to be addressed and explained. Because it cannot go on like this for a long time. People start asking questions and they start demanding answers. It's not really easy. I mean, it's not really difficult to answer, but you need to start doing something. You need to start getting up and answering the questions. My friends, this has been my message. I'm going to have a little bit of tea right now. I will turn on live stream chat. I would like to get good comments from you, perhaps encouragement. I would like to get something uplifting. Now, if you want me to speak more about questions that I just addressed, you may ask me in the comments. Please put them in caps, but try to be civil. Well, please be civil. Avoid direct questions of Ukraine, what is happening in Ukraine. Avoid questions about casualties. I've said everything there is to say so far. Please respect the moderators and let's keep this chat clean. Looks like we're on. You know, it's difficult to deliver this message, these questions in English. I've tried my best. I hope you understood. I speak English fairly well, but some things, they are more of a challenge than the others. And if I speak about things like I've spoke today of, they're more of a challenge. So I apologize if something was confusing. Let me put the chat into a new window, make it larger so I see it. It's much better to sit, much more convenient to sit in front of a large screen and to look at the chat rather than just walk around and try to look tiny letters on screen on my telephone. The usual suspects are here: Mommy, Lorna, Robert, Harry, Bob. Thank you so much for coming. Great to see you. The usual suspects: Reese, of course, Dirk, 2 minutes to midnight, Geeky, Carly's, Miss Me, IKDA, Donna Olson, Heidi, hi. Reese Gray is the first one with a super chat. Thank you so much. Hello from Canada, Mr. Popular. I wish we could speak more openly now. When we finally can, one day is going to be great. Me too. I wish we could be speaking more openly. I hope that one day we will. You might be getting sick of hearing it so much, but stay safe, big guy. I'm trying. I'm not saying, well, I try to choose and pick my words wisely so I do not break any Russian laws. Okay? I'm well aware of the situation. I'm well aware of the laws, and I try to avoid breaking them as much as I can. Jeffrey S. Geeky Carly's, my respect for you, shot through the roof after the message. Thank you. Thank you so much. Heidi, thank you so much for super chat, $20. No message, but this message is $20 is a very strong message. Thank you so much. Again, if you want me to notice something, please put it in caps. At least understood, says Faith. Thank you. Sandy, Papa Bear, happy Father's Day from Oregon. Thank you so much. I had a fantastic day today. Went to my uncle's farm, had a celebration. One of my first cousins had 13 years of 13-year wedding anniversary, so it was pretty good. Had a fantastic day. Love going to farm to my uncle, and just love going to countryside in general, you know. Richard Jones, I don't know. I hope not. We will see. But I'm not sure. That's for sure. MM93 must win. I think you have a great questions. I just don't think you'll get answers you're looking for. Stay safe. Well, you know what? The good start is to start asking questions. That's step number one. Because if questions are not asked, perhaps someone will think about my answers, my questions, and will answer at least some of them, okay? Because it's much better for the officials, for Putin, for the government people to actually acknowledge the questions and answer them rather than keep everyone in the dark, okay? It's beneficial to them. Yet somehow it's not being done. Ludmila, hello. Marilyn, excellent questions. Hope you have some answers too. I do have some answers, and I do have most answers. Well, obviously, I don't know how many people died in Ukraine. That's only can get from the official source, such as Minister of Defense. But I have pretty good idea about the economy, and I have some other answers. No one has told me that I came up with the answers myself, you know. Greetings from a Lithuanian in the UK. Thank you so much, Mariusz. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hello. And Bear 13. Ask the questions here every day. You ask the questions here. Everybody wants to answer to. Well, and the thing is, I think I'm the only one asking. I'm sure that many people want to have the answers, but why aren't they asking? I don't know. I have sincerely inside, I've come up with these questions, and they just keep bothering me because I don't have the answers. I didn't hear the answers from any government officials. And the least I can do is voice them, Gabby is here. Welcome back. Huge love to Coach Channel Star Mods. Send love to the All-Star Mods. Michael Sullivan, to my fellow New Englander. Земляк. Hoodoo, Texas. Konstantin, how's housing and business construction doing in Russia? Well, I can tell you much about energy construction, not well. Most of projects have been frozen. If you're talking about the civil housing, civil construction, troubles, because financing, the demand, down. People don't want to spend money anymore. They don't want to invest in properties because absolutely not knowing what's going to happen. What else? Banks have stopped giving out loans to construction companies. And the biggest problem is construction materials have grown so much in price. They've become much more expensive. So it becomes, you end up spending more money that you can get by selling apartments or houses. Okay, that's at this point right now. So as far as I know, lots of projects have been frozen. David, Parish, Florida, sounds like your navigator is taking chances with the icebergs ahead of the ship. It's a possible scenario. Yes, they're taking chances. Another scenario is they don't really know that there are icebergs ahead of the ship. The third option is that they think that they are sure that there are no icebergs around the ship. So many I don't see the reason I'm asking these questions is because I don't know what they're thinking. They have not given us the whole story about this SMO, about the economy, about the sanctions. If I was them, I would come up and say, hey, dear Russians, today is, June 19th, and this is what is up. So far, this has happened. Our goals are this and this and this. The economy, this what has happened. But we're trying to survive. We're taking actions, and the actions are this, and this. And we will see the results then. And then everyone would be like, okay, that makes sense. Or it doesn't make sense. But anyway, they would give us information to work with. Instead, we're being kept in the dark. And I don't understand. Why? They're making the situation worse for themselves. Chirper, thank you so much. 20 pounds. Thank you. I appreciate the money. Message is strong enough. Edna, is it possible they keep you in the dark not to cause dissension? I'm sorry, I don't know what dissension is. My English is so far from perfect. Big Zampano XXL. Thank you for your effort. Russia will lose for a long time. I was not every time in your opinion, but today I appreciate your comments. Well, it's okay to not agree with me, or to not like my opinion every time. We're just normal people here. Some people like my opinions, some don't. But as long as we tolerate each one's opinion, then I think we're okay. Thank you so much for the money and thanks for the message. Thanks for the appreciation. Whew. It was a good stream yesterday. Not too many people. There were like 300 people, 400 perhaps, but it was very lighthearted. We were just walking around. Natasha looking absolutely beautiful, and I had a couple beers. Saturdays are good. Saturdays are time to unwind a little bit. Great question. Oh my goodness. Lorna, we're done timing out. What does that mean? Please tell me. It means that people keep on abusing, I take it, right? Well, you know what to do. Harmless, don't you know that the Titanic is unsinkable? Come on, you are asking me that? A person who's done like 130 streams talking about this? It must be like a sarcastic question, you know? Susan, Constantine, did your children call you to say Happy Father's Day? We have a call scheduled after the stream because it's daytime in the USA. There was a question I missed about the governor of Rostov province. What is he saying to people? My friends, I have not heard anything from the governor in, I don't know, a couple years. I think the last time I heard was, I think, a couple years ago when the COVID was just starting out. Okay, he had a message, but that's it. He rarely speaks to people. I don't know. If I was the governor, I'd be very outspoken. I'd speak like every day. I would send messages. There are so many means. There is TV. There is social networks. There are messengers. There are like this Telegram. Gosh. And then he has the entire press service, like the media service. Can the Russian Supreme Court overturn the new laws, or is it... David, you don't really understand how Russian system works. I will not even answer this question because, my friend, you email me. I'll tell you why that's impossible. I just don't want to speak up about this. Zdenek, hi there. Thanks you for sending a super chat. It's harder to disagree, voice your opinion about something if you know little about it. I believe that's why you do not and will not get answers. Point taken. Thank you. I think that some people know the answers quite well, but they just don't want to voice them for some reasons, Zdenek, thank you so much. Brave message today. Well, I think I have not broken any laws. I'm just asking questions, Donna, keep asking and asking until you get answers from the horse's mouth. Thank you. Daniel, Constantine, do you play chess? I do, but I'm not good at chess. I used to play when I was a kid a lot with my grandfather, but I do play chess, yes. Maria from Florida. Hello, hello. Hey, Mr. Popular, the mods need to ban people that are being bad. Are they allowed to do that? Yes, the mods are allowed to do that. I have complete trust to the mods, faith of the mods, to the mods. So if you feel like you need to ban someone, guys and girls, you know what to do, no problem. Thanks for super chat, Reese. Non-comment. Hello from Maine. People should understand your position. Total respect. Thank you so much. My fellow Mainer, have a lobster for me, please. Non-comment. Yeah, I saw your comments earlier. Lorna, please don't. I'm just asking questions, you know. Rescue. My friend, do not always get straight answers. In USA, well, you get many more straight answers that we here in Russia. You will not get them here. There, your neighbors are afraid in their countries. Okay, thanks for the message. Hello from Australia, Sam Anthony. Mama, two boys. Sadly, ignorance is bliss for some, but those who question may not stand in good standing. Okay. Jimmy, what is your opinion on the state of Chino-Russo relationships? I've said it many times. I think Russia is out there to, China is out there to get Russia, to wait until Russia is at the weakest point and make a move. What kind of move? I don't know really, but I don't trust China. And I think it has goals, real goals, that are far, far different from what it states publicly and openly. Gabby, are there any financial alternatives for losing gas customers? No. There's only alternative to find new ones. But if you look at the map, you will see that Russian gas is most easily and cheaply delivered to European countries. The only other way is to actually deliver to large ports, which Russia has very few ports, like up north maybe, that's it. And load up tankers, the liquefied gas, and ship through the tankers. But it's so much more expensive and so much more difficult than just stick a pipe into Germany and pump gas into Germany, you know. So there are no alternatives. James, does anyone ask these questions in Russian media? I have not seen anyone asking these questions. No. Oh, perhaps someone is asking. I haven't seen them. 100 Steve B, thank you so much. The message is very strong. SF Joe, hi there. Great questions. What was the name of female official speaking real financial concerns? Elvira Nabiulina. Just Google the head of Russia's central bank. She's a pretty famous person. How we doing on time? Not too much time left. Abacus, thank you so much for the super chat. You must have bank accounts in foreign currencies. Are you able to still access and withdraw from them? I agree with you about China. I do have bank accounts in foreign currencies, in dollars. Yes, I do. Can I withdraw dollars from them? No, I cannot. I cannot get cash. I can transfer whatever I have in dollars. I can transfer into rubles virtually and transfer to my rubles account. But the thing is, the currency exchange rate right now to a dollar is very, very low, artificially low. Perfect on the time check. Yep, checking. Really good comment from Ether McDonald. Russia will not fall at all. You know what? I would love that. I would love Russia not to fall at all because this is my home country. You know, this is where I was born. I love Russia. I love seeing Russia succeeding. I love seeing it a great neighbor, a peaceful neighbor to everyone. I love seeing Russia being a part of international community. I would love to see it not fall at all, you know. That's a good question. No comment. Does your company use Revit in your work? Sounds familiar. I'm myself, I don't design, I'm not an engineer. Familiar. It's a familiar software. So, you know, something I have definitely heard. Biva or Baiva Rani Barua. What do you think about Russia and India relationship? You gotta watch out for India because Indians are very, very well. Let's put it this way: they do not. How do I say it right? You gotta watch out because if you make a deal with them, they certainly not gonna lose anything on that deal. Okay, if they are to buy something from Russia, that's gonna be an extremely cheap price, a huge discount. You know, so we do have a relationship with India. It's not as strong, but it's becoming more important because this is one of the only large partner except for China that we have left. Okay, so we will see what happens with India. You know. 56. Yeah, 56. Couple minutes and we're gonna be done. Vichy, greetings from Czechia. Can you still buy Czech beer in Russian stores? Yes, we can. There's plenty of Czech beer. So much stock that had been imported before the start of SMO. Then I think it's gonna last for quite some time. You know. All right, my friends, it's been quite a turbulent stream. Chat, as I see, from so many people have been banned and timed out. Joshua Helsel, thank you so much for saying Happy Father's Day. I am glad to see you back. I haven't seen you in quite some time. Anyway, I would like to ask everyone to join me in prayer. If you believe in God, please do. If you don't, please still do. Send good vibes and good energy to different people, and just let's do it. Dear God, thank you so much for giving us this wonderful day. Thank you so much for putting food on our tables, giving us roofs over our heads. Thank you for surrounding us with people that we love, friends, family, loved ones, colleagues, just good people. And thank you for having people around us that tolerate our opinions, having our opinions. That's a very important thing that you're providing us with. Thank you so much. Father, please help to stop bloodshed in Ukraine as soon as possible. Do your thing. Reach out people that need to be reached out. Touch their hearts. Fill them with love. Fill them with compassion, mercy. Soften their hearts so they make the decision to stop the bloodshed in Ukraine, please. Help people in Ukraine who have been affected by this tragedy. Help the ones who are still remaining in Ukraine. Help those who have fled to other countries, to Europe or to other far countries. Help people who are helping people fleeing Ukraine. Please answer every single prayer that comes from Ukraine. From Ukrainians, from the soldiers, from Russian soldiers, from anyone. And please help to stop this bloodshed. Help my country. Send your strongest angels with sharpest swords, led by Saint Michael, to get rid of demons who have hijacked my country. Please have angels run my country, make it shine, make it righteous. Please help us. I would like to thank you for bringing us all together in this stream so we can pray together and ask for things and be thankful to you. Please give us wisdom so we bring up our children in the way that when they grow up, they will make a better world out of this world that we have built. They will not fight with one another, but love and befriend one another. I would like to mention a few people who reached out to me and asked me to ask everyone to pray for them or for their loved ones. They are Nine Veka, Rafaela, Anna, Elena, Natasha, Jake, Michael, Oля, Dasha, Sky, Bonnie, Buzz, Anne-Mary, Jean-Paul, Paula, Janine, Michael, Marlene, Maddie, Narnian Lady, Susan, Fiona, Sabrina, Susan S., Chirper, Madeline, Ellen, Stephen, Brian, Brian's mom, Freddie. And there are a few people I'd like to specially ask for. They are Priscilla, Michelin, David, Ariana, and 3 children. They are Sebastian, Maverick, and Britzel Andrews. The families are asking for your help. They're asking to create miracle for Britzel. She's waiting for your miracle, and I would like everyone in the stream to ask along with me for the miracle for her. She's 4 years old, and her family really, really needs your help. Thank you so much. I would like to ask so you answer all prayers of people that I just mentioned and make their wishes come true. And please answer the prayers of all of us praying, all the people praying along with me, and also answer their prayers and make their wishes come true. Thank you so much. Amen. My friends, thank you very much for coming. Thank you. From what it looks like at this point, it's been a pretty crazy live stream chat. Thanks for coming. You're awesome and you rock. Mods, thank you very much. I'm seeing that you've been busy today. We'll discuss a little bit later. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow.